Holy fucking shit, this is the 150th episode of this fucking podcast. I didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming. Nobody saw that coming, except maybe Nostradamus when he predicted the end of the world. So it was nice knowing you all. Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome to Whatever with Jason Soto. I'm Jason Soto here with my awesome friends, Lisa Sally Haynes. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, hello. How are you?
And Nick Rehack. Hello, Nick.
Hi, hello.
I am so happy you guys are here for the 150th episode of Whatever with Jason Soto. I did not expect that. I didn't
You
expect
didn't
you guys to
expect
be
us to
here.
be there?
I didn't
Oh,
I
okay.
was
expect you
just
to
about to
be
say,
here, and I didn't expect to reach 150. So, um, that is some good Viagra I took back in 2019, let me tell you.
Hey,
Before we get into all the shit I got planned, I need to thank our $10 Patreon members. They are the reasons why this show has lasted 150 episodes. It is these people's faults.
it,
So blame Silent Partner, Katie Coons, Brenda, Isabel, Tim, Rose and Sandy. Thank you guys so much for being $10 members of patreon.com/rabbitholepods. Super appreciate it. I don't know why you do at the $10 level, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to question it too much. Maybe it's for tax reasons. Maybe you're
mhm.
laundering money. You know what? Whatever the case may be, the case may be. Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So what I thought I'd do for this spectacular 150th episode is we'll do a best of segments that we have done in the past shows. I gathered some fan favorites of things that we used to do. Haven't done a lot of these in a while, so it'll be really cool to revisit these. And we're gonna start off with one of my probably the favorite things that I used to do when Mary was here. But first, Nick, since you're new and I don't know this information that well, what is your birthday
September.
of, or the dates?
What?
Give me the date. September.
25th.
Thank you.
Yeah. Same day as Will Smith and Barbara Walters and Tennessee Williams.
oh, there you go.
Okay, let's see. Um, We're gonna do that one. That's probably the fun one. Okay, so we used to do a thing all the time here on Whatever with Jason Soto way back in the yonder days, where we were just reading Florida man stories. We would literally just go look up awesome, weird, wacky stories that happen in the glorious state of Florida. But
Mhm.
there was a meme on the internet attached to this where you enter your birthday and then type in Florida man
I
and
remember
then
doing
you
this.
just read the news thing that happened,
hmm
not necessarily the year you were born. I don't think stuff goes back that far for all of us. Nick, you're old now. Uh,
Happens. It's a natural
I'm actually
progression.
probably older than. Nah, am I the oldest one here? Probably.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
think I'm older than you.
Okay. I didn't want to. I wanted you to say that. That's why I gave you that leeway.
You
I'm
seem
not.
polite.
I'm not the kind of person. I'm not the person who gets mad about that kind of
Like,
stuff. It
nope.
just,
The internet's not gonna get me today.
nope. Yeah, it
You
would be okay. The age thing doesn't bother me. So,
You told a woman she was old.
yeah,
How
I
dare
don't
you?
Could
care.
you? Did you explain to her how aging works?
That's what we need.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with Nick because I got his up first. So Nick, on your birthday,
Mhm.
Florida man sentenced in egg smuggling case. A Florida man has been sentenced to 21 months imprisonment for smuggling Australian cockatoo eggs into the United States, the
As you do.
Department of Justice announced today. The eggs, whose importation is prohibited under U.S. law, were worth, really quick, how much do you think these eggs are worth? Just
Per?
doesn't say.
Per
It
egg or oh, okay.
just
If we're
says
doing
worth.
total, I'm
We'll
gonna
do total. I
say
think it's total.
over 25K, under 30K.
Lisa, what do you think? How
What
much do
was
you
it
think
we're
these
pricing again?
Eggs
cockatoo eggs
How
from
many?
from
Australia.
Australia.
It doesn't say, or at least I haven't gotten to that store part of the story yet.
Uh,
Well,
So if
depends on where he's storing them. is going to depend on how many
You
were
think the
there.
value have gone down?
I mean, if he's got him tucked in the old prison wallet, it's
I'm gonna say
potential.
$500 an egg.
Okay.
Well, the
501,
actual
Bob.
retail price is $603,000
Huh?
after hatching into birds. Ronald, last name I'm not going to try to pronounce, 27 of Coca, Florida. I'm gonna
Old chocolate
officially,
Florida.
I'm gonna move to Coca, Florida when I retire, you guys. I'm gonna hand this whole podcasting thing to Lisa, and then I'm just gonna go to Coca, Florida.
I don't know that you should give it to me.
Uh,
Especially
you'll
not
get it.
lately. I mean,
You'll figure it out. Was sentenced Tuesday by Judge Metz today. He pleaded guilty for what it's worth. Um, any other interesting facts about this? During 1990, Ronald worked as an egg smuggler or mule for a group of individuals charged in a California case with smuggling hundreds of cockatoo birds into. So his was not the first time this guy did this. He has done this before. He is a serial egg smuggler.
well, at least that like it's not a matter of like he's not the first person to do it before, because that would just be weird. Like other people have been caught doing this kind
But
of
it, no,
thing.
but it was just him. He's the only other guy.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it would be really weird if it was like he wasn't the first person to do this. Let's go back to this other story. And yeah.
Do you know who's
Uh,
from Cocoa, Florida?
Do I
uh,
what?
Me in about 20 years
Scott Thompson.
of Kids in the
Kids in the
Hall.
Hall?
Do you know who Scott Thompson is?
Of Kids in
From
the
Kids in the
Hall.
Hall?
Well, he's Canadian.
AKA Carrot Top.
Get the hell out of
Well,
here.
that explains so much. That
Notice at
explains.
no point did did Nick ever say like, no, not the guy from Kids in the Hall, just the two of us assholes going from Kids in the Hall
No, I wanted to build it up. Just be like, I think it's good.
Because like
Give
that
you
can't be
guys
right.
like
That was the whole
for the
thing about Kids in the
Canadian.
Hall. They're Canadian, so that didn't
Exactly.
even make sense. Even funnier. So yeah, there you go. So that was Nick. That happened on Nick's birthday back in whatever year I said it was. Okay. Do you want to hear Lisa's?
of course.
Because Lisa, I know your birthday, so I didn't have to
Yes,
ask
and
you.
I did this before with you, so I vaguely remember what it was, but
All
it'd be
right.
cool to
Well,
hear it
was
again.
it? Florida man attacks gas station clerk with hot dogs, corn dog stick over beer, cops say.
Curious as to what beer.
Well, I don't think it's gonna say, but we'll find out together,
Schlitz.
shall we? A Florida man desperate to get his beer Friday used hot dogs and a corn dog stick to attack a gas station clerk, police said. Cavan McDaniel, 35, threw hot dogs and poked the female clerk with a hot dog, with a corn dog stick.
As you do.
Yeah, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was. At Petro gas station in Marion County, officials say McDaniel's bizarre outbreak allegedly began after the clerk refused to sell him beer. It's unclear what the clerk's reason was. I'm gonna make a wild guess here, and then I'm guessing he was really, really drunk. But then why would a gas station attendant in Florida even fucking care? But that maybe also is how badly drunk this guy was that like a gas station clerk in Florida refused to serve beer.
It's got to be pretty bad. Like they got
Yeah.
to be. I mean, maybe it was a thing where they didn't have shoes or a shirt on. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Mhm.
I think even then Florida wouldn't give a fuck. I mean, first off, it's
Yeah.
Florida. Secondly, it's Florida.
Thirdly, Florida.
The victim was left with a red mark under her eye due to the corn dog stick attack, the sheriff's office said.
That's a good sentence.
You know what? I that is the best sentence I think I've ever heard or said out loud in my life. And I've done this Florida Man segment multiple times in this very podcast. Surveillance video captured a man identified as McDaniel lunging with a hot dog at the clerk. McDaniel was
Lunging.
charged with a battery, touch, or strike. He also violated his probation. They do not say what the probation was for, though.
I mean, I'm
But
gonna assume it's around the similar area of crime that he's committing with that. Here's a question I have. I don't know if it
yeah.
covers it in the article or not. Did he like get a corn dog when he was at the convenience store? Or did he bring his own corn dog and
Oh,
had the stick?
that's a good question.
I'm very curious about that.
I have to believe, like, I think the true part of it is he just grabbed the corn dog that was
Hmm.
there, but in my heart of
Did
hearts,
he
I want him to come in with the corn dog.
did he eat the corn dog before he stabbed her with the stick?
That's another, none of these questions are answered. Everything I just read to you was the whole article.
That's
So
terrible. That's poor
this is
reporting.
really bad. Well, it's also
Was he
Fox
using the
News,
corn
so.
dog itself as the handle in
Oh,
order to
he had
drive
it
the stick?
right. It's like a grip. Like he used it as a
Right.
grip. That is really look at
Otherwise,
Lisa.
it would have said stabbed with corn dog, right?
And if it was
I would
struck under the eye,
think. I would think. Yes.
maybe it was a
Yeah.
bath salt thing, and he went to pop an eye out and like eat it. Remember bath
That's.
salt?
Salt,
Homeless people were
yes.
like eating
Oh yeah,
face
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
after a
yes.
while.
Yes,
Nope.
yes.
I do remember that whole bath salt incident. All right. Well, you guys ready for mine?
Yes.
Now, like Lisa said, I looked mine up before too, and I remember this one from when I did this. Mine is Florida man jailed for battery after pouring ketchup on girlfriend. A Florida man was arrested last weekend for a battery after allegedly pouring ketchup on his girlfriend.
Is that the battery? Like that's the
According to the arrest report from the county sheriff's office, 37-year-old Peter, last name I won't say, was arrested after the girlfriend
Pumpkin
called the
eater.
police. The girlfriend told police she was sleeping in bed when Peter poured ketchup on her. According to the report, the couple had been arguing over infidelity by the girlfriend. She went to
Interesting.
bed and woke up to ketchup being poured on her. She says Peter was yelling, "That's what you get, bitch." Upon arrival, officers found a woman covered in ketchup. Peter denied the claims, but officers noted there was ketchup on the right side of his pants. We can only hope that was ketchup. Peter was booked into the county jail on a misdemeanor charge of the battery and was released on a $150 bond.
with cat.
That's
Why is
insane.
that? It's ketchup. Like
And of all the things, ketchup, like
it's not
you were messing around on
causing
me,
her
ketchup.
pain. Like, is she allergic to ketchup and now she's got a hideous rash as a
Well,
result?
Lisa, let's role play this for a second because
I
you're the only
really would
woman
prefer not
here.
to.
You're the only woman here. Let's say you
I
and I get into an
really,
argument,
really
and then
need to
you
channel
go to
my inner
bed.
Bartleby, and I prefer not to.
You go to bed, and then you are awoken to the action of me pouring ketchup all over you. How happy would you be? Now remember, we got to an argument.
How happy would you be? That's easily a
Did you see
0 out
the
of 10.
leading the witness on that one? How happy would you be? I would like to
Well, I meant
insert.
no, I don't.
I would
It's
like
just
a
a,
different emotion,
it's
Alex,
just a
please.
phrase. I don't mean I don't mean it literally
On
how
a
happy
scale of
you would be.
stoked to not stoked, how stoked are you?
Oh my
You're
God,
gonna
it is
have to
just
dig for
a
my stoke.
phrase. Oh my. Uh no. Okay, fine.
I gotta stop making these faces because these are gonna be the damn thumbnails. I gotta be careful.
Just
I realize this too late. I'm like, and then it's like, damn it, I'm gonna be like a collage of
You could
thumbnail
always just
faces.
hold your cat up to the camera and
I don't currently have a cat accessible. We currently have like
Aw.
a very dead sleeping cat,
Okay. Leave the
but
dead sleeping cat alone.
we have a lump of floof over there. He
But
is
in
asleep.
any event, Lisa, you probably wouldn't take too kindly
No,
if
but I'm not gonna call the police because you're stupid. Like that, you can't arrest stupid.
well, I guess in this case you can.
I get. Well, it is Florida.
It is Florida, so.
Yeesh.
But anyway, those are our Florida man stories. We had a blast when we used to do those all the time.
They were so ridiculous.
Um, yeah, it was fun. Okay. Well, with that said, I think we should go to a new segment. I think it's time for a reaction.
Hey, hey.
Um, this is actually for both of you technically.
But I
Um,
am not a rehack.
but also you two need to pay attention because it's very short, okay? It
Note that
is
he needs
it's
to
it's
remind me that I have
it's
to pay attention.
it's very short. I don't want you to miss it, okay?
Or just,
And
not listen.
I've
huh?
had this song in my head since I found this video the other day.
I don't like this already. We have a song in your head.
Steve, le poisson Steve, il est orange, il a des bras et des jambes. Le poisson Steve,
There you go.
Okay, that's good. Is that French?
Yes, and I understood every word.
That's why I said it was for both of you.
I'm so excited because I've been doing Duolingo for like 870 some odd days, and I understood every word.
What did they say, Lisa? Let's get a translation.
Basically, it's Steve the fish a
Yeah,
lot,
he's
and then
orange. He's
Steve is
strong.
orange. No, Steve is orange. He has arms and he has legs.
Okay.
That's all it is. Le bras is arms, and les jambes is legs.
It's like a
That's
modern
it.
day Muzzy.
But
That
most
is
fish do not have arms and legs, which I think is the joke.
well, but Steve the fish does though.
Steve the fish, le poisson,
So
which is one of the
rehack.
first words you learn. Actually, le
Oh,
poisson is one of the first words you learn if you're doing Rosetta Stone. Because I tried
Interesting.
that before, and I used to
mm.
joke that the only thing I learned from Rosetta Stone was how to say one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Because poisson is one of the first nouns. Like one of the first nouns that Duolingo teaches you is like dog, cat, and horse. Not fish. Like, why is Rosetta Stone teaching me fish?
So it'd
Anyway,
be like un passant, deux passant. I don't know red and blue, so
rouge and bleu.
oh, rouge passant. Really blue?
Bleu. Yeah, like cheese. Blue cheese.
Blah.
Okay. Blue
Bleu.
passant.
Blah. Anyway, Nick, what'd you think of that?
It's
Yeah.
cute. It's like a modern day Muzzy kind of thing, but without the
I don't know what you're
educational
saying.
component. You don't know Muzzy? It was
No
a video
idea
where
what
there'd
that
be like
is.
this kid, and all of a sudden these cartoon characters are teaching in different languages, and French was one of them.
Oh,
It was an
then,
infomercial all the time. Really? Like
oh,
cartoons? Really? Never?
no, I don't. Lisa, you
Google. It's ringing a bell, but I can't place it. And I feel like if I saw it, I would recognize it.
hmm.
Because it'd be like this cartoon character saying French, and then in the commercial, it cut to this girl like repeating the same thing, and like it was really like I kind of thought it would ring like some kind of bell.
Nah, I
ZZY.
MUZZY. All right, let
Yeah.
me quickly look that up.
Just type like Muzzy French or Muzzy commercial, like, and it'll the images will pop up.
Commercial. All right,
It
images.
was like this big green monster thing.
No, I have never seen this in my life.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah,
never
okay.
mind then.
No, I mean, whatever. It's something you've encountered and I have not. Um,
Mhm.
if they did not play this at like
Oh,
4
it's
a.m.
BBC. That's why. So it
uh
wouldn't necessarily. I mean, if you watched a lot of PBS, it probably should. It does look familiar to me,
hmm,
but I can't say that like, oh, I totally know what this is. It definitely looks familiar. He looks like Murky.
what the
Like,
hell's
remember Murky and Lurky from
Yes.
Rainbow Bright?
Nope.
I've never watched Rainbow Bright.
Well, that's because you suck. But if you look up, um,
Oh
if you look up
yeah.
the Rainbow Bright enemies, Murky and Lurky, Muzzy kind of looks like Murky.
Man, look at the schnoz on Lurky, huh?
I know.
Okay. All right, I may have seen these like just out
Yeah,
and
in
about,
passing.
not
Yeah, sure.
yeah. Yeah.
These
All
are some
right.
deep cuts. I'm sure there's someone listening to the show who's like, how do they not know about this?
These feel
In
like deep
comes
cuts to
Lackey. Here's the
me.
little owl. Here's Lackey. What do you mean? Rehack says nobody knows what it is right after I said I know what it is.
Yep. 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 Indeedy, yes. All right. Well, there you go. That was our reaction. And I had that fucking song in my head for like 3 days.
I don't.
I've been going around like singing Steve Le. Quanzo Steve. Quanzo
Poisson.
Steve.
Poisson. Poy. I don't know what letters you were just saying.
I was just saying whatever the video was saying.
No, you weren't.
I totally was.
You totally weren't.
Don't tell me what's coming out of my mouth, all right? I don't tell you what goes in your mouth. Indeed, I'm gonna pour ketchup all over you. All right.
She's gonna get a box in the mail. Oh, Soto sent me something. Open it, nothing but ketchup.
Ironically, there's a package on its way to Soto right now from me, so it's really
Mm.
funny you say that.
That's like
It's
3 weeks.
got ketchup. No,
Oh.
not.
Oh,
Just a loose bag of it too.
that would be some like Andy Kaufman level prank if somehow you
Yeah,
foresaw
it
this
would.
whole conversation
That would be
and you
pretty good.
planned this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And I
that would
Just
be
just
being random
amazing.
and quirky.
open it up and it's just nothing but ketchup
That
inside
would
of it.
be like ketchup packets, even. It wouldn't even be like
It wouldn't be
a
loose, right? It
it
would
wouldn't
just
be
be a
like a single
whole
bottle of
bunch.
ketchup.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
be it would be ketchup packets that have been torn open but not
Just the littlest
squished yet.
bits.
yeah.
So that you'd reach in and go, "What the hell is this?" And they'd squish all over you. And
Yep.
And it's not even the good ketchup. It's like the
no,
real generic
yes,
Like gas
not
convenience store
station,
Heinz.
ketchup.
like the
Correct,
gas station style ketchup.
correct. Unnamed ketchup.
Yeah, just white
There's
blank pack.
nothing.
Catsup. It would be
Yes.
catsup. It's not even
Yes.
ketchup. It's catsup.
You can't even see into the bag. It's not even clear.
That, yes, absolutely. All right.
Good
All
talk. Good
right.
talk.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, the other things we used to do, is we would pretend that we were qualified to give advice.
Mhm.
No, you would pretend if you were qualified to give advice.
Well,
And I would
no,
imagine
you were
Lisa would be like, "Don't do it."
you were
No.
doing along with no,
I
no,
gave
no.
advice, but at least,
You
I
were
didn't
doing
say
it
I was
along with
qualified.
me.
Oh, shit.
You were doing along with me.
Ain't no Dr.
Um,
John here.
and so we would read some "Am I the asshole?" post from
Yeah.
Reddit
Okay.
and see if they are the asshole, and then maybe help this person out because clearly they're listening.
Obviously,
to this podcast.
they're probably like $10
They're the $10 Patreon members.
totally.
So our first one is, am I the asshole for blowing up at my sister for naming her daughter after a fungal infection? I should just stop there, but I guess we need more detail. So my sister and her husband has been struggling a lot with baby names. She was determined to find a single perfect name. Even by the time of her baby shower, she didn't seem any closer to picking something out than she was at the start of her pregnancy. Anyway, I knew she was struggling, so in addition to the $900 wooden crib on her list that I got for her, I gave her a list of obviously joke baby names. Oh, I think I know where this
Oh,
is going.
God. Yes, you're the asshole.
We have a really close relationship, and it was in line with both our sense of humor.
Apparently not, because one of them didn't get it.
2 weeks later, she told me she and her husband have finally settled on a name. Okay, I'm gonna have to spell this, and then maybe one of you two can tell me how this is said, okay? You guys ready? Get
Yep.
ready. Malassezia.
Malaysia?
Malassezia. Looks like
Malassezia.
Bless you.
The
Malassezia,
baby's
exactly.
name is that.
So just Mal for short?
One of the names on my joke list, outside of the immediate issues,
Oh, God.
nearly impossible to pronounce in the first try, the ass smack dab in the middle of it, the first syllable being mal, literally meaning bad or evil. It's also the name of a very common fungal infection, one that my sister and I are both genetically predisposed to.
Ew.
What?
Oh no! Oh no!
What?
One
It's
that
it's a skin infection that causes itchy bumps on your face and upper body.
One that we
Yeah.
both
No,
had
thank you.
multiple times throughout our lives.
Oh,
Her
Jesus.
daughter will almost certainly catch it at some time.
Nope, not the asshole. No.
I pointed it out to her, and she said that yes, she knew what it meant, and she knew my list was intended to be a joke, but she just really liked the way it sounded.
Oh no, she's not the asshole. She's related to an idiot. And the brother-in-laws, well, they're both idiots because if they looked it up and they still know what it is, holy
They
shit.
had it. They had this disease.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you know what it's called. I mean, how many different times are you prescribed medication and you like, I don't know what the hell it is.
Here's the thing. I know everything that's
This is a
wrong with
passing,
me.
but this is a passing thing. So it's like the rash that you got once or twice, you may
No.
not remember the name of.
This
Yeah.
person says multiple times. They've
Yeah.
gotten her and her
No, that's
sister has
fair.
gotten this multiple
Especially if they're predisposed to it. So
Not a fan.
times. So
no, she's not the asshole. She's just apparently the smart one.
I told her that the name was completely unacceptable and I was shocked that she chose it. I even suggested some similar names. I don't know about this. Like Mallory, Azalea, or Anastasia. How are those?
Azalea is a
Uh,
flower. What's the
Yeah,
first one again?
Mallory.
Mallory.
Mallory's
Like
not
the most
bad.
normal name on it. Well, Anastasia's not bad, but
Well, that's yeah,
I think
she's
Mallory's a
obviously
little more
she's
common than
obviously our
Anastasia.
age.
Yeah.
If she likes Anastasia, it's because she likes the stupid movie.
she said that since I'm not one of the parents, I have no business telling her what she can and cannot name her child, and that I am stepping way out of line. So we're
No.
all Nick, you've been kind of quiet about this. What are your thoughts?
I mean, no,
No,
that's
he
just a
said it
sister
first.
keeping somebody else in check. Like, not the asshole. No, that's somebody being dumb. And like, you're punishing a kid already. Like,
Right.
one
Yeah.
thing we did when the
Yes.
wife and I were coming up with names for the baby and everything, I always figured out whatever the name was and what are mean ways to say the name and like tease the kid.
Hmm.
Right. And because it's just going to happen. It's natural. They're going to grow up. Kids are going to pick on each other, middle school, high school, all that stuff. So when we came up with Eleanor, I was okay, can't really think of anything like mean, like maybe elephant or like if you want to make fun of her that way, or Ellis Snore if she's, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
nothing that'll like stab you and get you. So
Hmm.
that's what we went with. Almost went with Margot. So I think that's a
Oh,
really
Margot's
pretty name.
pretty too.
But
I do like Margot, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, you know what? I'm gonna go a little bit opposite of you guys, and I think this person is slightly the asshole for even suggesting it. Now, granted, she had no idea that the sister was gonna take the name and run with it, but it is technically your fault that the thought got put into her mind.
Yeah, but she's goofing.
No,
But no, no, no.
no,
I'm
she's an
not saying
idiot.
she gets the full blame, but she gets half the blame.
Half?
She doesn't
No.
get any blame for her sister
No.
being a fool.
Yeah, Lisa
Well,
and I are on
she
the same team here.
The facts that no, if it came up that the sister had no idea and was appalled and embarrassed, then yes, you're the asshole. The fact that the sister knew what it was and still went with it, absolved,
No.
all right.
absolved.
I just feel like if it was me and I suggested a stupid name and then someone went with that stupid name and everyone was upset, people would be mad at me.
No, and you would be pissed off because you'd be like, it's not my fault you named them something stupid. It was a joke. No, you definitely would have been pissed off by it.
So, all right, well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. All right, we got one more, and this one is called "Am I the asshole for not properly telling my acquaintance that the dish they ordered would be stinky?" Recently, I went out with a friend and an acquaintance to eat Korean food. Um, while my friends are both Australians, and well, while me and one friend is Australian and the other one is from Ireland, I am half Korean. Ethnic. Oh my God, I can't read today. I am half Korean, and a part of the reason why we were eating Korean was because my friend was curious and wanted me to give some recommendations for what he and my other friend would try.
Okay.
I suppose that this was mentioned because while I was driving them to the restaurant, he asked me when I moved from Korea, among other things, and when I explained to him that I grew up here and only had Korean heritage, he made a comment about how I wasn't really Korean then and asked if I even knew anything about Korea. Oh God, one of these guys. Since I focused on driving, I just said something about how I had grown up with the culture, but I didn't really focus on it. Anyway, when we arrived, anyway, no, I actually said anyways, which is even kind of funnier. Anyways, when we arrived at the restaurant and read the menu, I tried my best to give them some pointers and explain some Korean cultural stuff as well. But eventually, my friend settled on a dish. I am not even attempting to say this name, which, if you don't know, it is a soybean stew, which is really, really stinky. Like, even my grandmother refuses to make it because she can't handle the stench. When I warned my friend that the smell might be overpowering, he asked if I had even eaten the dish before. So I explained that although I haven't eaten it personally, the stew was pretty notorious for its stench and that I wouldn't recommend it. I guess the last part might have come off as pretentious because he made a comment about how I should stop acting Korean and that he should handle it, and that he could handle it. I figured he wouldn't listen, so I was just like, don't say I didn't warn you, and shifted the conversation. Unsurprisingly, he couldn't eat it after all and had to send it back and order something else. I won't lie, I was a bit amused, but I also tried to avoid the stench, so I didn't say anything and tried to be polite for the rest of our meal. The mood was pretty much spoiled though. When we finished, he said that he wanted to take the bus instead of being driven home by me, and we parted ways. After I got home, my other friend told me that although he was a bit of an asshole, I should have been more assertive when explaining to him that he wouldn't like it and that he might have thought I was egging him on. And apparently, he is pissed off because he thinks I was trying to bait him into eating this dish and made him waste money. Is this person the asshole?
Who are these people?
I
What
know, really.
horrible people to associate with. What is they hanging out with Will from French Toast Sunday? Like,
Right? Oh, wow. I don't know
man.
about that. I can't
Like,
speak to that one.
how aggressive is it? Like, oh, you're not even Korean. Like, I can understand if they were like kids and they've known each other since they were like 4 or 5 years old, and it's always been like a bit because
Right.
like maybe they were half and half, like half Australian, half Korean. They've never left Australia. I could see that as like a playful joke, and they just build on it through the years. But to say like an acquaintance, like I'm not talking to that person anymore.
Right.
Not the asshole. No, if any, your friends are assholes.
He was a dick to begin with, telling him he wasn't
Yeah.
really Korean and stop that.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
It's like, you know what? If that's the case, you're not going to take his recommendation anyhow, as clearly. Like,
Mhm.
no, screw you.
I am
Leave a warning
on
and
your
everything.
guys' side. I agree 100%. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, just
Wholeheartedly, I agree.
ridiculous. And also, like, if someone's talking like that, why would I ever want to go out to eat with them?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
ever? They're like, hey,
You're a
let's do
dick.
this, and be like, no, thank you.
Nope, you're a dick.
Like, if I was in a situation where I had to have dinner with someone that I wasn't like jazzed about having dinner with, I'm letting them pick the place because I'm not going to ruin my favorite places to go to with their experience and attitude. You know what I
Good
mean?
point. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, this person that asked the question is not the asshole their friend is.
Yeah, that
Fuck
just
that guy.
seems dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Wholeheartedly.
I'm glad his dinner was ruined with whatever dish that was.
Enjoy your stinky soup, idiot.
Yeah. Your breath probably stank the whole night and you didn't get laid.
Stubbed your toe.
All right. I think it's time I bring back this segment, and I purposely didn't tell you guys this because I
Don't you even.
I wanted to
Don't.
see what you guys scramble up with. It's time for the mixtape.
Oh, this I can do. This I can handle.
Yes, for one episode only, we are bringing the mixtape back. Don't worry, you two. I will go first. I'll give you guys a moment to think about what song you want to do.
I already have it.
Look at Lisa with her improv skills, but I'm still gonna go first.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about a month ago already. Damn, that's time flies. We recorded probably one of my favorite episodes, which was the top 10 favorite one-hit wonders.
Mhm.
And what the people in the audience don't know is there were some behind the scenes shenanigans going on when I went to the bathroom during the recording of this that I don't know if you guys were aware I was going to listen to it or not.
No, we guess that you don't listen to it.
Yeah.
But I do, and I did, and to sum it up, it was after I did my pick of Crazy Town's Butterfly,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then I went to the bathroom, and then you guys were just talking,
Yeah.
and then you guys said something like, "Oh, you mentioned the Bloodhound Gang,"
Yeah.
and you thought I was gonna have the Bloodhound Gang on my list,
Convinced. Yes.
and so you guys made a bet,
And I
that-
Venmoed him on the spot. If you watch the video, you can see me Venmoing
what,
him.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
I was very confused about what the fuck that was about. As it was happening, as it was airing, because I seen you two do that. and
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this about? But whatever. To everyone listening, the Bloodhound Gang is not a one-hit wonder. They actually had two songs in the top 10, not quite number one. But the first one was Fire Water Burn from their 1997 album One Fierce Beer Coaster. Great song, highly recommend it. Go check that out. And then the second song, which I'm assuming is the song you guys thought was the one-hit wonder,
Yep.
is my mixtape pick for this episode. It is The Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang. Here's a true fact. The Fire Water Burn actually did better than The Bad Touch on the charts. Not by a whole lot, mind you.
Yeah.
But so
It's
I
probably hard to get radio play with a song lyrically like that and not have to like edit it or cut it up.
Well,
you
they
know what I
played
mean?
it. They played it at which one? Actually, now that I think about it, Bad
Bad
Touch?
Touch.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they played that all of the time.
It was
All
on the
of the
radio. It
time.
was on the radio in Chicago.
I
Yes.
remember the music video, but I don't remember like
Oh
hearing
And
the
they
my
played
song
the
on the
music
God.
radio.
video a lot.
Yeah,
I,
where they
I
were
don't
like
know
dressed
about the
as
music
monkeys or
They
video,
were
whatever
but
and
it's
in,
stuff.
and they
definitely
had
I
the
heard the song.
mimes and
Yep.
yeah.
And just so you know, I mean, people that aren't watching this, I still got the $5 in my Venmo.
That's awesome.
It's
He
like a
never
little
even
badge of
cashed
honor.
it. He
That's
never even
awesome.
cashed it. Okay. Well, you know what, Lisa, since you were so confident, what song are you gonna add to our mixtape?
We're gonna do a song. I- I-
Whoa, wait, pause, stop. Okay. Lisa has gone to the shadow realms currently.
Froze.
She is battling Cthulhu and what other elder god things that are over there. So you know what? We'll just come back to her. Nick, did you think of a song?
Honestly, I was gonna wait for to see what Lisa's pick was, determine what the connection was between the two, and then base my pick off of that. If I'm being honest, I was gonna like let's put a little bow on this, but that has
Oh, wait,
completely
she's
fallen
coming back. She's
apart.
coming back. She's coming
That
back. She's coming
sucked.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. Welcome back, Lisa. I hope your
Oof.
battles were valiant and you won.
That was weird. Did you hear the song?
No,
Nope.
I literally asked you and then you froze. So go
So
ahead
the
and
song
go
is
ahead.
Long Dark Night by Judah and the Lion. That's Judah.
Okay, I do not know that. Nick, how's how's that work for you?
You got me beat on that. Can we get a little bit on the song? Like, hey, it's upbeat, it's sad.
Little
It's
of both. No, so it starts off a little kind of like medium sort of, it's not like big rocking thing from the beginning.
okay.
And there's actually a line that's like it ends the lyric and it's kick that beat in and the beat starts on
Okay.
the song.
Okay, okay.
All right, kind of like MC5 kicking out the jams. Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
And of course I can't come up with right now like the other song that like they kind of came onto the scene with. It's just not coming to me right now. So
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, cool. We will add that. All right, Nick, what do you got based on all that?
I mean, based on all that, I'm just gonna go with a song that I've been listening to and beeping and bopping to a whole lot lately, and that's "Up for the Downstroke" by Parliament.
the P Funk.
Yeah, it's just upbeat and fun. I mean, literally, they just repeat the phrase "up for the downstroke." Everybody get up, like a whole
Nice.
lot. And then later on, there's like a little bridge kind of thing, and it's like, I don't care if you're cold, baby, because when you're hot, you're too much, and when you're hot, you're hot. So look at what you got. It's just, I mean, it's absurd. It's goofy stuff, but like, it's just a groove, and you just kind of do one of these beeps and bops, and like, it's just a good time. It's a fun song. It's like 5 minutes long, maybe too
Oh,
long, but
okay.
I
Beeps
mean,
and bops.
it's a get down,
Hey, this is a special episode. People can deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I used to say, if you're on the podcast feed, you will get to hear those songs. YouTube people, unfortunately, you will not because YouTube sucks. But you can pause the video, go look up those songs and or music videos, and then just come on back. Because you don't want to miss how we are closing the show. So we'll be right back.
The 1980s. The decade of flashy cars, cocaine, and of course, great classic movies. The 80s gave us everything from Friday the 13th to Back to the Future to Ghostbusters, and most importantly, Beetlejuice. Join me, Isabel Turan, as I welcome guests to discuss both the classics and hidden gems of 80s cinema. That's Bodacious Dude. 80 radical movies from the 80s can be found anywhere you get podcasts or our home location at rabbitholepodcast.com.
Okay, we are back, and this is the 150th whatever with Jason Soto spectacular. We are doing some show favorites of the past 150 episodes of segments. We just did our mixtape segment on the podcast feed, so hope you guys enjoyed those songs. And now I think we're gonna do one of my other most favorite segments we have ever done. We did it on the 100th episode, and it was a blast. And um,
I suck at this. I
nobody.
suck at it.
How
I
do you know
suck
what
at
this
this.
is?
I
How do
know
you know what
exactly
this
what it is
is?
because it's either one of two things, and if you do the other one, I'm hanging up.
Oh,
We are
ooh,
gonna play The Amount is Correct. The
I
amount
suck at
is
this game.
correct.
I suck at this game, and I
The
will stay
amount
on
is
the call.
correct. The amount is correct. Correct. Okay. I went to Etsy and eBay and I found just two items. And I am going to show you those items. I'm going to tell you what they are, and then you both are going to guess what you think the prices are. You cannot go over. Whoever is the closest without going over will win that item. I will have it shipped to you immediately, and I hope if Lisa wins, she gets to open up in her classroom. With that said, let's do our first item. This is the Cornholer, a
get
vegetable
out of
paddle
here.
unique BDSM toy, sadistic kink gear, handmade bondage, dungeon punishment, and intense impact play. That
Oh
is
my
all the information that I
gosh.
got. It ships from Missouri. If I order it right
Not Florida.
now,
It looks like the thing that the corn dog guy used.
Here's what's crazy
this
about
is
this.
the
The
exact
corn is
thing.
clearly 3D printed. That's a tennis racket handle.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, look at the grip tape on
I
that
want, see,
thing.
you know what? I feel like we're missing out because it doesn't spin.
Oh,
That should
okay.
rotate.
Oh. Maybe we need to get with Beatings on a Dime, the seller of this item, and recommend that to them. So
And there's only 7 left.
Nick, I'm gonna have you go first. How much do you think this is?
Are we price and shipping or just
Just
price?
the price.
Just the
Like when I
price.
reveal the thing, there'll be a price under the only 7 left, which is really amazing,
Mm-hmm.
by
And
the
it's
way.
in 4 different carts, so you better hurry up.
Better.
Just
I mean,
amazing.
well, if honestly, if Lisa hadn't pointed out beatings on a dime, I don't think that would have factored. Like now that I've heard that, that's kind of factoring into my choice of like, do I go cheaper? Because clearly it's like BDSM on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say let's go $20.69.
2069, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Lisa, what do you think?
I think it's 24.99.
Oh,
24.99?
He had to pay for the racket, and he has to pay for whatever rackets he's taken apart.
Ah.
could also be a pickleball or a badminton kind of thing. But that handle like that, you could two hand on that handle.
I think you're expected to.
Okay. Well, you know what's amazing? Oh, you know what's really amazing?
What's that?
The
You
69 cents.
you both are off, but not by a lot.
Okay, I'll take it.
The actual answer is $20.86.
That's
Oh wait, no, Nick
because
gets it.
it's on sale.
Look, I'm going by that price, goddammit. Nick, congratulations, you won by
That's so
20
funny.
cents.
If it wasn't on
Rounding.
sale, Lisa would have had it.
I would have won.
That's incredible.
Beatings on a Dime needs to make some money, all right? I mean, Beatings on a Dime went through a lot of trouble of dismantling a tennis racket and then 3D printing a corn cob, and
That's
then
crazy.
however the hell this is mounted on there. You know, that's going to take time.
Crazy.
And then they probably had a surplus, which is why there's only 7 left, so I might as well put this shit on sale.
It was
So
a
there you
great
go.
crop this year.
We can't besmirch Beatings
Wonder if
on
there's
a
any
Dime.
GMOs or pesticides.
I'm disturbed.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
It doesn't spin.
Whatever did you expect, Lisa?
I want it to spin.
I think it's a manual spin.
No. Not good enough.
Well, I'll let you guys ponder that as I share my next item for bid.
Okay.
This is a haunted doll vessel, Lacey,
Ooh, no
13-inch,
thank you.
gentle, kind spirit, 17 years old, soul-loving energy. I do have some information on this, so you can stare into her eyes as I tell you that Lacey was 17 years old when she died in the 1990s. Lacey lingers like a half-remembered melody, gentle, wistful, and just a little mischievous. She died young, but her presence still dances in quiet places. She has a love for forgotten things, cassette tapes, worn notebooks, dried flowers pressed in novels. She often leaves small signs, like a flicker of a lamp or a soft hum in the static of a radio. Lacey is kind, but her sorrow runs deep. She's a watcher, more than a wailer, quietly observing the world she left too soon. If she chooses to reach out, it's often to comfort those who feel lost, especially those who are lonely and dreamers who see the world a little differently. She resonates with the aching beauty of things that don't last: sunsets, love letters, the smell of old books. Her presence feels like nostalgia, the ache for something you never quite had, but wish you did. eBay requires that I state this is for entertainment purposes only, and you are purchasing a tangible doll. Lisa, how much for the haunted doll vessel Lacey, 13-inch gentle, kind spirit, 17 years old, soul, living energy?
Because there are 15 people watching it, it's a little bit more expensive than they want it to be. I'm
Okay.
going to say 105.
Oh, okay. All right. Nick, what about you, sir?
I'm probably lowballing, but it makes sense in my head if you hold a mirror at the top of the number. 43.77.
You are fucking weird.
Because if you do $43.77, if you were to flip it up, it would spell hell. Because the 4 would be upside down, making an H. The 3 is an E, and the 2 sevens make L's. Because there's no way in hell I
Nick?
would ever want this fucking thing in my house, man.
This woman has 82 reviews, which means and her name is
100%.
Haunted Dolls Forever. This is a woman who sells this shit on the regular. She is a trusted seller. You
Nick?
tell me Nick is right, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
No, no, no. I just want to
Okay.
say that before I even get to the answer. I cannot tell you how happy I am that you've joined this podcast and to have you in my life just for that answer alone. That has cemented the fact that you will forever be on this podcast. Even if you are like, I want to leave, I am going to force you to come to every episode of this podcast from now on until I hand everything over to Lisa. Only then will you be free, Nick. Only then. With that said, let's go ahead and present our answer.
Watch it be something absurd.
Yeah,
like
probably.
3 or 400.
It'll be something stupid.
The actual answer is $36. So, Nick,
Wow.
Nick wins
you
again.
won yourself a haunted doll vessel Lacey 13.
Hard
Why the hell
Fantastic,
hasn't
dude.
somebody bought that? $36 for a beautiful porcelain doll? Like, go ahead, buy
Hey,
it.
hey, it's in 2 carts if you had not noticed off to the left.
But my point is, like, people are watching it. $36 is not unreasonable at all.
Well, it is used. It's not new. So
But
I think if it
you've
was
got all the
new,
pictures. She's clearly in decent condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
lovely hair.
Yeah.
As you know, the way that she looks at you.
Soulless
Yeah,
eyes.
she's
Just
staring
the
into
way
your
she
soul.
stares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Well, that was it. That was our 150th episode spectacular. That was a lot of fun revisiting some of our favorite segments of the past 150 episodes. I started this podcast in 2019, if you guys can believe that. This was even before I even did Rabbit Hole Podcast. This was the only thing I was doing. Um, and then
Now
this
look at you.
and then this got me through the pandemic. Like this show, like is like the only sane thing I had going on in my life during the pandemic.
I think 2019 was the last sane year we experienced as a civilization.
I still say it's 2015.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say like 2018 because 2019 is what led up to 2020. So,
I had a great 2019, so that's why I.
That's fair, and that is fair. I think the last normal year society
actually, no.
had.
Nothing in the 20 teens that, no, I forgot what year we're talking about.
I
No,
will argue that 2015 was the last year because 2016
was the one.
was when all the celebrity deaths happened. We lost like David Bowie and Prince,
Prince.
Yep.
and Harambe got shot for no fucking reason whatsoever. You know who announced presidency and won.
Fucking Voldemort, man.
And then all that happened all throughout 2017 onward. But yeah, so I do want to thank everyone for listening to our podcast for 150 episodes, for keeping us going, for keeping us alive. You guys are awesome and cool. I seriously am grateful for everyone that listens to us. You guys are cool. Rabbitholepodcast.com is where you can go check out all of the episodes. If you are feeling so generous, you should go to patreon.com/rabbitholepods, where you can become a Patreon member for just $1. And I want to thank the rest of our awesome Patreon members that include Chris R. from Hersing Round, The Vern, Carl from Hersing Round, Lackey, Toby, Kevin, Serena, Bear, who could not be here today, but still is very much part of the show. And we hope Bear comes back really soon. We do miss him. And my favorite, Frank Doodle Willis. Thank you to Frank Doodle Willis. Patreon.com/rabbitholepod. That is where you can go and you can just give us $1. I'm happy with that. Absolutely. I'll take $1. And you get episodes early. You get bonus content. This month, we are going to be riffing a summer classic, Sleepaway Camp. Nick, have you seen Sleepaway Camp? Just yes or no?
Nope.
Lisa, I already know your answer. Nick, you are in for a wild ride, my friend. That is all I'm going to say until we do the riff.
I'm looking forward to it. I feel like Mark has talked about it a handful of times.
Probably.
Oh, I bet he has. So go check that out. Patreon.com/rabbitholepods. Nick, Lisa, thank you guys so much. I could not do the show without you two. Seriously. Thank you guys. I love you both so much, so dearly. I don't know where I would be without you two. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Lisa's doing a really awesome smile for the podcast.
That'll
listeners.
be for the thumbnail.
That'll be the thumbnail. Everyone else, thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you next time. Keep your head in the clouds and your feet in the mud. Adios. Copyright 2025. Rabbit Hole Podcasts, rabbitholepodcasts.com.